Think you're doing chair dips correctly? What if I told you that the way most people perform this exercise is quietly putting unnecessary stress on their shoulders, while barely training their triceps? It looks simple, just hands on a chair and dipping your body up and down. But small mistakes in technique can completely change how your body experiences the exercise. The surprising truth is that many people repeat these mistakes for years without realizing why. Their shoulders start feeling uncomfortable, or why their triceps never seem to get stronger. That's exactly why we're breaking this exercise down today, like a coach standing right beside you. By the end of this guide, you'll understand the most common mistakes, how to set up correctly, how to move properly, and a few simple adjustments that can instantly make chair dips safer and far more effective. Let's start with the mistake almost everyone makes. Most people place their hands on the chair, slide their feet forward, and immediately drop their body down as low as possible. The deeper they go, the more they feel like they're working harder. But here's the problem. Going too deep during chair dips often shifts the stress away from the triceps and directly into the shoulder joint. Instead of strengthening your arms, you end up challenging the stability of your shoulders. Think of your shoulder joint like a door hinge. When the hinge moves in the direction it was designed for, everything works smoothly and effortlessly. But if you start forcing that hinge sideways again and again, eventually something begins to wear out. The same concept applies to your shoulders during dips. This is why some people begin to feel tightness or discomfort in the front of their shoulders after doing dips regularly. The movement itself isn't the enemy, but poor technique slowly adds stress where it shouldn't be. But here's something interesting. The biggest mistake actually happens before the first repetition even begins. Most people think the movement is the problem, but the real issue is the setup. Imagine building a house without checking the foundation. Even if the walls and roof are built perfectly, the structure will always feel unstable if the base isn't solid. Your body works exactly the same way during exercises. The first thing to focus on is hand placement. Your hands should sit on the edge of the chair right beside your hips, not far behind your body. This position keeps your shoulders aligned with your arms and allows your triceps to do their job properly. When hands drift too far back, your shoulders automatically move into a weaker position. The exercise starts feeling awkward and your shoulders end up absorbing most of the pressure. Grip the chair firmly and keep your fingers pointing forward. Imagine you're trying to slightly bend the chair inward with your hands. This small action activates the muscles in your arms and prepares them for the movement. Now let's talk about shoulder position, because this is where many people experience their first real light bulb moment. Before you lower your body even a little, gently pull your shoulders down and slightly back. Picture trying to tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets. This simple cue instantly creates stability around the shoulder joint and protects it during the movement. Try a quick experiment wherever you're sitting or standing right now. Let your shoulders shrug up toward your ears. Notice how weak and unstable that feels. Now pull them down and back slightly. Suddenly everything feels stronger and more controlled. That's exactly the position we want during chair dips. Stable shoulders. Allow your triceps to handle the movement instead of forcing your joints to absorb the stress. Next comes leg placement, and this detail changes the difficulty of the exercise more than most people realize. Your legs control how much of your body weight your arms must lift. If you're just starting out, keep your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. This reduces the load on your arms and helps you focus on learning the correct technique. As you get stronger, you can straighten your legs forward. Now your arms support more of your body weight, making the exercise more challenging. For an advanced variation, you can place your feet on another chair or bench. This elevates your legs and turns chair dips into a much tougher strength exercise. But here's the important lesson. Never rush into the hardest version before mastering the basics. Perfect technique always comes before difficulty. Now let's break down the actual movement of the dip. Start in the top position with your arms straight and your chest tall. Keep your shoulders pulled down and your core engaged. Imagine someone is about to lightly punch you in the stomach. That natural tightening you feel in your core is exactly the level of tension we want. Your core acts like the steel frame of a skyscraper. Without that strong internal support, the entire structure starts to wobble. From the starting position, slowly bend your elbows and lower your body toward the floor. The key word here is slowly. Control is far more important than speed. Lower yourself only until your elbows reach about a 90-degree angle. You don't need to go deeper than that for the exercise to be effective. Pause briefly at the bottom of the movement. This pause removes momentum and forces your muscles to stay in control. Then press yourself back up by straightening your arms and returning to the starting position. Focus on pushing through your palms and activating your triceps. Here's a mental trick that can improve the exercise instantly. Instead of thinking about pushing the chair away from you, Think about straightening your elbows. That small shift helps your brain recruit the triceps more effectively. Many people notice that the movement suddenly feels smoother and more powerful when they use this cue. Another detail that can completely change how effective chair dips feel is tempo. In other words, how fast you perform each repetition. Most people move too quickly, dropping down and pushing up without much control. While that might feel productive, it often reduces muscle tension. A better approach is to slow everything down. Try lowering your body over about 3 seconds, pausing briefly at the bottom, and then pressing back up in about 1 second. This slower tempo keeps your muscles under tension longer and forces you to maintain proper form. Once you feel comfortable with the basics, you can add a small advanced adjustment called the forward lean. Leaning slightly forward during the dip can increase triceps engagement. But remember, the key word is slight. You're not collapsing forward or rounding your back. It's simply a natural angle that keeps the movement smooth and controlled. Think about lowering your body between your hands instead of behind them. This cue keeps your shoulders safer while maintaining strong triceps activation. When all of these small details come together, chair dips transform from a basic bodyweight exercise into a powerful upper body strength builder. So let's quickly recap the correct way to perform them. Place your hands next to your hips on the chair, pull your shoulders down and back, engage your core, and lower yourself slowly until your elbows reach about 90 degrees. Pause briefly at the bottom, then press back up by straightening your arms. Keep your movements controlled and avoid dropping too deep. Now here's a small challenge for you. Find a sturdy chair and try performing 10 perfect chair dips using the technique you just learned. Move slowly, focus on control, and pay attention to how your triceps feel during each repetition. Many people are surprised by how much stronger and more stable the exercise feels once they correct their form. Remember, real progress in fitness isn't about doing the most repetitions as fast as possible. It's about mastering the fundamentals and improving them over time. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and your strength will continue to grow with every workout.